All right, welcome to this video, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to present to you a new tool that has been added to the MK web and MK livestream charts, specifically the M30 1-hour charts. So I call this indicator the dumb money switch indicator. And the idea is to give the trader a quicker overview with regards to what the dumb money is doing as a collective. So this indicator should be used as an additional confirmation. I wouldn't recommend to trade off it as a sole basis, but allow me to show you several interesting phenomena. So here, for example, this is a chart of euro dollar, and let me show you something interesting. First of all, you see that here we have a dumb money switch from shorties to longies. So overall, there is more dumb money long activity in the market, right? And as you can see, what follows is like a big price move down over several sessions. Now, pay attention to the following, yeah? I'm trying to show that here. So the green line obviously represents the dumb money long activity. The red line represents the dumb money short activity. First of all, after the switch, we have increasing dumb money long activity. Yeah, you can see this little increase here, which looks like a divergence, by the way, or actually convergence regarding the price. So there is appetite on the dumb money side for buying the market, which is shown as this increasing line, expanding line. And as you can see, so dumb money switch, more longies and shorties, and increasing dumb money long activity. What follows is a nice down move. Now also pay attention to this. While first, the shorty activity also increases a bit, at some point it collapses, you see? So when you have a combination of this particular setup, so a dumb money switch expanding dumb money long activity and contracting dumb money short activity, this is a good indication that, the move against the dominating dumb money longies will continue. There will be a continuation. And what you see here is obviously that this dynamic kind of repeated several times. So we have a pullback, right? But then again, the dumb money short activity collapses. You see? This way the dumb money long activity was rather increasing. And again, a nice waterfall move down. Can you see that? Up to a point, but at some point there's another switch. So that's the first amazing phenomenon I recommend all subscribers to pay attention to. Now obviously, this indicator is added to the usual templates, but here I'm just showing it on an isolated sheet without all the indicators, so it's easier to see what I mean. Right, let's look at another example, namely dollar cut. Put it in here. There we go. Now, again, we have the following interesting scenario. So here we see again, so dumb money shorties this time are extending their activity. And obviously that's reacted to by the smart money algos with an increase in the price to get those dumb money sellers into loss. So a similar scenario, let's start again with what we already have learned so far. So some kind of dumb money switch is going on, expanding, this time the other way around. So we have expanding dumb money short activity, and then also at some point kind of contracting the money long activity. This leading to a nice up move, okay? Created by the smart money. Now, let me emphasize once more. Obviously, we're not looking here at all the other usual suspects. Yeah, stop accumulations, the money positions, short-term games, etc. Okay, I'm really isolating this new tool here just to show you several dynamics which you then can use in the live analysis as a confirmation of your trade ideas. That's pretty cool. Okay, so again we have a similar scenario, this time on the short side. So the dumb money sellers show appetite to sell, and this is responded to by the smart money with an up move. Now pay attention to the following things. So when the overall dumb money activity is rather low, like here, the price can be whipsawy. Yeah, so this tool actually also allows you to filter certain market periods. Like here, you see that first of all, longies and shorties were similar. There was no big discrepancy. None of the two parties was dominating. And secondly, overall, you can see on the scale, it's low dumb money activity. Now, in such a market mode, it's likely there's some kind of consolidation whipsawing going on. Okay, that's exactly what you see here. Okay, some kind of consolidation. Right? Now, some people may say, well, this is a good market mode to use, let's say, a reversal system or to scalp reversals. Yeah, possibly. But again, you need to also check for all the other factors. Okay, now the next thing I wanted to show you. So here what happens is, look, we have the dumb money shorties collapsing. And obviously that was a stop run. So with this move here, they took out a target level, namely it stops at the high, you see. And guess what? It's a head fake because they do the stop run, they clean the high, they take out the stops, and then look, shorties are collapsing. So there's no more appetite for the dumb money shorties to sell more, which leads the smart money to allow the price to do an exhaustion move down, back down into the range. You see? Whereas, in a scenario where the shorties would have been expanding once more, it's likely that this would have led to some kind of pullback followed by a breakout, the smart money. See? I think you get the idea. So that's really, really a cool tool. It's good to use it on top. Okay, let's look at the third example. So here it's something different. So let's start with the easy stuff. Yeah, here the money switch is going on. Okay, with expanding the money short activity. And we have rather constant the money long activity, it's only slightly increasing, followed by a the money collapse. So this here, as we have learned, is often responded to by the smart money with an up move, like here, nice up move, right? And again, look at this. Well, the stop hunt has been conducted. This high has been cleaned. Boom. There we go. And look at this one. The money shorty exhaustion collapse. And this leads to a little exhaustion move, post stop run move down by the smart money. How beautiful is that? Now, pay attention also to this here. So we have down. So we had an up move. Then at some point also there's convergence between the sellers and buyers on the down money side. So the previous stop run collapses, and then obviously here, you see, some whipsaw, again, some whipsaw mode. That's how useful this can be. Let me use a different color. So here, right, longies and shorties are similar, they're switching several times. Overall, they're decreasing. You see, decreasing dumb money activity. Decreasing. And as you can see, the price behaves very irregularly whipsaw. Show you. This is great stuff. Right? So here, of course, overall the price came down in the end. However, as you can see, this is not driven by an expansion in the shorties. So that, for example, could be like, you know, an extended stop run, a long-term stop run, and so on and so on. We have shown many other examples. But the main takeaway here is this shows you, okay, whipsaw mode. Of course, you have a bit of dumb money longies here dominating the market just slightly. So overall it came off a bit, but also the aggressive pullbacks, you see. So there are other things as well, but I think for now that's enough. That shows you, to summarize, several ways you can use the new dumb money switch tool, especially as a confirmation for trades. Sometimes you may want to do a reversal trade, a breakout trade, or even a trend trade, and it's nice if you have a quick indication whether the dumb money is where you want it to be. Like, let's say, like here, for example, yeah, let's say you got a long signal by some system. This is not convincing. Okay, you wanted to have expanding dumb money short activity, so that results in a failed reversal down. Okay, because there are not enough shorties. There's not enough short activity on the dumb money side to allow for a nice reversal trade up. However, what happens after the washing machine here? At some point, shorties dominate, and the market changes to a nice trend mode up and expanding, you know, based on the expansion of shorties. Now, obviously, on your MK templates, you will see in the histograms what the dumb money is doing, right? You see the green and red bars, you see them on the y-axis, you see the medium-term stop accumulations on the horizontal axis and the short-term stops, etc. So having that tool also on the chart, and I decided to, you know, make this accessible to all subscribers and to actually publish it like this here, rather than adding it to, you know, meta levels. So that way you have a nice quick indication, okay, is my trade idea supported by the market structure or not? Okay. But again, please do not just take this indicator and trade on the basis of it. That's not a great idea. You may have like several switches between longies and shorties, and you know, you get whipsawed. You don't want it. Okay. And just to finish this off, as always, when you do manual trading based on market causality, try to re-engineer or reverse engineer the psychology of the market. Okay, try to think, what are the longies doing, what are the shorties doing, what's the dumb money doing, what's the smart money doing. Okay, like here. Okay, stop run, boom. Does it look like this move will continue? Will this be a gray pattern, or will there be like an exhaustion back into the range? Well, look, shorties are collapsing, exhaustion. Here, before that, we had a big uptrend, exhaustion in the dumb money activity, boom, moved down in the price, whipsaw period entered, just a bit of longies dominating, boom, extended stop hunt down, aggressive pullbacks, okay, range activity, a lot of systems get whipsawed, false signals, and a lot of statistical systems. At some point, clarity, okay, the smoke clears up, there's a dominance on the dumb money side. I can trade, for example, a breakout. Let's say you have a trend system or whatever, and then it gives you a signal that, you know, the price is breaking out here. Yeah. Let's be conservative. Let's say that you got a late signal there, lagging system. Gives you here a breakout signal long to buy. So what do? You check the confirmation. Expanding the money. So first of all, if the short is dominating, that's what you want if you want to buy. Okay. Secondly, the shorties are expanding. And thirdly, you have the long is collapsing. Beautiful. So here you can buy with confidence into the market. Okay. And take off a few nice pips off the market. Yeah. So this is nice. If you get a long signal and the green line would be above the red line, that's a good indication you should skip the trade because the long is in the market and you can end up on the dumb money long side and get stop hunted or position hunted. So you may want to skip it. If you get the long signal and you see that the longies and shorties are in the washing machine and there's like the whipsaw mode going on, okay, spaghetti bolognese, as some traders call it. Be careful, there can be, you know, rangy price action, and, you know, the signal could also be wrong. So these are different ways you can use a tool like this to filter trade ideas or trade signals, well, yeah, whether they are from a statistical system or based on price action, etc. Okay, this is already added to the new MK web and MK livestream. You don't need to do anything, it's automatically added to the screenshots, etc. Stay safe, everybody.